Live.
Hello and welcome. If this is working, let me just get the confirmation that this is actually working before we, properly start. But it says it's getting no data again, so maybe it's not starting. Right. No, it doesn't seem to be working properly. It's getting stuff.
Wonder if that was an issue that we had.
Right, let me... And we'll try one more time. For some reason, it seems to be a problem.
It's not. You not have to go back and set up another. Your encoder.
It says excellent condition, but everything's being a bit glitchy. So bear with us a moment while we try and get it sorted. It's sort of maybe working. Let me. It says it's lagging. Let me switch to the bench view of both of us, and we'll see how that looks and works for everybody.
Sound and picture says sprue and glue, but laggy.
Yeah, I don't know why it's gone laggy. It shouldn't. It's... yeah.
It might catch up.
Sound and picture, but laggy. Is it... I can't tell if it's sort of viewable or not, but how is everybody in the chat? Welcome to everybody anyway, but is it working enough for you to watch or not? Because I can't tell. It looks to me like it's
been so
working
long.
Okay, but corner pics are good. That's the only pictures you get now. Seems to be okay, says Dad at Scaling Models.
Should we persevere and see how it goes? It might catch up.
Right, down cams are better. Right, so we'll stick with that then. And we'll see how it goes. So good evening and welcome to everybody. I won't do the face cam bit anymore because, my face is obviously breaking it. I blame Ted actually. It's all Ted's fault. But
yeah. I told you I've been away for so long that I forgot what to do. So don't blame me because I've even forgotten what buttons to press.
And I'm assuming you can all hear Ted as well because I can, but can you let me know that you can see both of us and hear both of us? Ted should be up in that corner up there. Where is it?
Yeah, I'm here. Way. Yeah,
Ted's up there with his picture over it, and I'm here with my picture over me. So welcome. It's another, because it's the last Sunday in the month, but it isn't. But we've all messed up. But it's the first Sunday in the month. We might start doing the first Sundays in the month.
Yeah, there was a bit of a mix-up about whose Sunday it was last Sunday, and I think the Sunday before that there was even a mix-up as well. And then we should have had a live stream, and I couldn't live stream because I didn't have any internet. And it's just been a catalogue of errors and misfortunes. I haven't been around recently, but I'm back. Can you see this? Is it a bit dark? I'll try and lighten things up a little bit just so you can see things a little bit better. Let's turn the gain up a little bit. There we go. That might be a little bit better. You can probably actually see what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, you can see the whiskey. Whiskey.
Yeah, I've got a brandy. So as long as you've got a beverage, then you're welcome to join us. Even if you haven't got a beverage, you can still join us. But it's been a long time for both of us since we've done any proper modelly type things. Neither of us have been sort of in the mood and stuff. So this is hopefully going to kickstart us back into the building and doing things. Ted's obviously got his Baneblade. He's playing with electricity by the looks of it.
Yeah, I'll show you in a minute what I've got up to, because I can't actually remember what stage I got to last time. Because I should have looked back through the streams and see where I was, but I'm sure people in chat will remind us where we're up to.
Yeah, I'm much the same with this. I know. I think I've finished the painting bit of it. Everything seems to be about right. The guys are as good as they're going to get, really. So I think I'll stick them in, and then start doing some chipping and weathering on it, because that's sort of the next stage. I don't know what I'm going to do with the little dude, the little guy. I think I'm just going to stick him to the top somewhere. But I'll do that at the end.
But in the meantime, this is what I've done with the Baneblade. I've got the electrics sort of all sorted out, and this thing here, if you haven't seen one before, this is a little control servo. You'll have to find them in like radio controlled cars and things like that.
I do remember them from when I used to play around with radio controlled cars. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see them on model boats as well, operating sort of machinery and particularly the rudders and things like that. I haven't worked out a way of supporting it yet, because to make things work, this is going to have to be supported so it doesn't move, and then the operating arm actually moves. So I'll hold it. Let's turn it on. See if I can find out how to turn it on. Is there a switch? Oh, that's a switch. Yes, there we go. Then what you do is I'll hold it, and the Baneblade will go like this.
Cool. So that's like a pre-programmed movement sequence for it.
No, it's just a random sequence. So it goes round, and I think there's another bit in here somewhere. Oh yeah, there's a light. Hang on, I'll turn it off. You keep them talking, Chris, and
I'll keep them talking. We'll all just sit and watch Ted for a little while, because I'm just gonna do some chipping and things, because it's meant to be old and knackered. What was this one that I got out? Grey Knight Steel, but it's sort of come out purple. I'm gonna give it a good shake. You can watch me shake my bottle.
Yeah, I did remember. I have remembered now that there is a light to go in this tank, so I will put that up as well. I'll connect that up as well. This all goes onto this little circuit board here, and I'm sure you all know, but it's from Jennifer at Small Scale Lights.
We're watching. Bated breath is the term we're going to use at the moment. Yeah. We're waiting for it to explode, or electrocute.
Yeah, that's it.
Or
that's
possibly
it now,
both.
Then. Well, turn it back on. There we go. And now it should. It doesn't.
Can't see any lights.
No, I can't see any lights.
Distinct lack of light there, Ted. Have you plugged it in at the right
Distinct lack. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because it's been so long. Because it's been so long, I forgot where it plugs in.
Have you got batteries?
Is it that one or is it that one? It could be that one. Let's try again.
Twisted Rail says that how can that happen? Ted's coming in crystal clear. Chris is choppy and fuzzy. Am I? Choppy and fuzzy? I don't like being choppy and fuzzy. I don't know either, because it shouldn't, because my microphone is there. I don't know. Everything's going a little bit funny. Dad says, must be your end, crystal clear here. So I'm obviously okay, really.
Right, let's try it around. Because obviously LEDs are positive. They're at polarity.
You had your wires being the wrong way around.
Yeah. So, did I have it the right way around? Let's have a look. Nope, there's a distinct lack of light there still.
Can't see anything.
Yeah, but it's looking good so far.
I'm sure it's lovely.
Yeah, it is. Let's turn this round. If it doesn't work this time, it's probably because the batteries are flat.
I'd have thought the spinning round bit would have been more battery intensive than the little light coming on.
I'll have a play with it. And yeah, next time we see it, it will flash and bang and things like. Well, it doesn't bang, but it flashes.
For some reason, this paint is not liking coming out nicely, so I'm going to give it a good stir up. Shaking obviously wasn't quite vigorous enough for it. That's what happens when you don't use paint for a long time. Especially these metallics that have got some level of heavy metals in them. I don't know how they work. But...
Right, I can't see anywhere else for this to plug into.
So yeah, what I'm doing with this is just basic sort of chipping. I'm just going in with some metallic paints. I thought I'd start with a little bit of this, but most of it's going to be just plain either gunmetal or chrome.
There we are. I've got it working. Look, watch.
I'm just going around the edges of some of these panels.
Yeah, it doesn't fire at every angle. It sort of picks its targets.
Alright, just occasionally it lights up.
Yeah, and then it fires. So.
Oh, yeah, I saw something. Oh yeah. Is there going to be noises as well? I can't remember.
No.
You have to make the noises yourself then.
Yeah. Incoming. So there it goes. Red boom. Yeah. You can have any colour you want. If you wanted to have it like a photon blaster or something, you could, what colours are photon blasters? Blue? I don't know. You don't have to have red.
Blues and greens, I think, is the traditional thing.
Yeah, well, red's more of a laser, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, I could play with this for hours.
This is just going to be tonight's live stream. Is just watching Ted.
So what I've got to do now is just I've got to work out how to secure this servo. I'm probably thinking of some either wooden or plastic battens across. Make a little stand for it, make a little bracket for it just to hold it. And then once you hold that still, it falls out. But yeah, once you hold that still, the turret turns. See, so that's the principle of it. But it's pretty good. Yeah, that's the Baneblade revolving. So yeah, I suppose I better get on with some building, aren't I? Do something else. You still with us? It's all gone quiet.
Yeah, I'm just painting while you're flashing at people. Then I thought I'd stay out the way.
Yeah, I'll start flashing.
This is just picking out the edges, so I figured it was a nice colour just to almost unnoticeable. I don't know if you can even see any of that because I'm only on a little camera as well, but it's just going over the edges somewhat, but mostly just the absolute edge, just to bring a level of colour and highlight to it. Even the interior edges a little bit, because this is an orc thing. It's got to be old and knackered and beaten up, because apparently that's the way it goes. That's the way orc things are. You can't have them shiny.
Oh, right. Now I've got to find my instructions now to find out where I was.
Well, you can tell by the bits you've got. You've done the tracks and the sides.
Yeah.
You might be nipping through different instructions.
I think I was.
Obviously, you can't put it all together until you've got the electric bit sorted, can you?
Yeah, I think I was working on the turret, and yeah, there's a little bit more work I can actually do on that. Yeah, so we can do that this evening because we haven't done all them bits. Yeah. I think we got to this bit, the turret, and we decided that we're going to put the Baneblade cannon on. We've done that. We've done that. So we've got to the green bit that goes on there.
Is that the one
And
you've
now,
got? Yeah.
Yeah, so we can build these bits ready for the little turret that goes in there somewhere. Yeah, there's a little turret that goes in there. You could make, if you're really clever, you could make that rotate as well. But I'm not going to be that clever. Now then, I've got to find. Yep, it's that long since I've been in the workshop. I've got to find the box with the model bits in now.
Yeah, finding the bits that you were using a long time ago with the other thing and the bit and the what's
Yeah, and then you think, you sit and look at your part and you think, I was going to do something to this, and I can't remember what I was going to do. So yeah, that's what happens. But that's it. That's where I got up to on that before the world fell apart, and I had to pull away from streaming because they called me back to work and everything.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? But yeah.
It has, but yeah, I think what happened, yeah, I got back to work and then I had to sort of call a few nights off just because actually getting back late from work and things like that. I just wasn't in the mood for doing any streaming. And then, how long ago was it? Yeah, ran out, internet went off. I just thought it was a glitch, but it wasn't. It turned out the internet was off for a whole week. So phone Sky, because Sky the providers. Oh, we'll get a man out to you. It will be within the
sometime.
Yeah, it will be in the next 7 working days. And this was a Friday, so the first 2 days were out of action because it was Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
So yeah, and in the end, the BT man turned up, went to the box and said, he phoned me up and said, "Something wrong with your internet, mate?" Yeah, it's not working. Can't find anything wrong with it. And then whatever he did, he said, "Yeah, that's it. He said, "I've just unplugged it and plugged it back in. How is it now?" It looks to have come back on.
That's horrible when that happens, isn't it? You might have unplugged it and plugged it back in yourself 20 times, but the one time the engineer does it.
Yeah. So he came down the house and he had a look round and we chatted about motorhomes and things like that because he had one as well. And he said, "Yeah, that was an easy job. That I didn't have to do anything." So yeah, brilliant. And off he went. Left me with the internet. And then when I got the internet back, I spent the next fortnight in bed with a horrendous hip. Got a hip problem. So yeah, that's where I've been. Yeah, I've not been skiving, honest.
Just a little bit, but yeah, who's counting? Yeah, I mean, I've been doing the normal live streams that I do throughout the course of the week, but just haven't felt any need or impetus to actually do any plastic building kit things. Yeah, hopefully this is going to be a good evening of kickstarting it back into feeling the mojo come back again.
Yeah, I've sort of been lacking that as well because things just weren't going right. That I totally lost the mojo. It got to a stage where it was that bad that I didn't actually want to look at modelling pages on Facebook and things like that. I just couldn't drum up the enthusiasm.
Yeah, Lynn's been doing things. She's been doing the Metal Earth Star Trek Enterprise D. She's been videoing it. She's got the video in the editing phase. So we're looking forward to seeing that. That'll be good. Yeah. I haven't done a Metal Earth Enterprise, but
yeah. Actually, you've just reminded me. I forgot to look at the chat. There's chat on there.
Beyond Hope says it's always the same with IT or electronics faults. Engineers called in and it works first time. Must be because we have magnetic personalities.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Whenever anything breaks down, if you take your car to the garage, it's making strange noises and it jumps out of gear and things like that. Drive it around the block.
It doesn't.
Nothing, mate. Perfect.
There you go. The doctor is. I've got a pain in. Oh, it's got better. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, my pain. Oh, God, crikey. I had a horrendous hip. I don't know what I did with it, but I couldn't get out of bed. Um, it was just
I get that
agony.
sometimes. It's just being lazy.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, that's what I told the wife. Yeah, sorry, can't get out of bed, uh, and it was horrendous. I actually had to take time off work because it was so bad. So, in desperation, you phone the doctor up, and all he says is, "Oh, take some ibuprofen and just rest." So, in desperation, I phoned the physio up, and he fortunately said, "Oh, yeah, I've got an appointment tomorrow. Come down in the morning." Yeah, I'm down. I'll be there. Don't worry, I'll be there. So after a bit of balance practice and him moving my hip around to find out how far it could travel and things like that. Oh, I know what's wrong with it. Lie on your stomach. Right, I'm just going to put my elbows in here, and I'm going to put my thumb in here, and I was screaming. But after that, I got up. It was, yeah, I could have danced out of his room.
Yeah.
Just did it.
That's
So
when people know what they're doing, isn't it?
yeah, so nearly a fortnight's worth of agony and 10 minutes with him, and yeah, it's brilliant. But I'm sure that there must be a certain type of people that would pay far more for that sort of treatment in a different establishment. But
I wouldn't know about that.
yeah, well, it's sort of hurt. Speedy Q says he had difficulty getting out of bed his entire life. It's unfair to have to. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So how is everybody in Chatland as well? Are you all doing all right?
What's everybody else been up to? I do apologise for not being around, and I've missed all the chat and the catch-ups and things like that, and what people are doing. So, yeah, catch us up. Tell us what's been going on out there. Which way does that go?
I've just remembered why I don't like wearing my head visor with the lights on. It's because it's very hot and sweaty.
Oh.
I can feel the sweat dribbling down my eyes now.
So, yeah, as for me, I've got a bit of catching up to do because I've still got a universal carrier to build. And I've still got some weathering and work to do on some railway carriages. That's just my stuff. And then I've still got the Titanic and I've still got the digger.
Yeah, I've still got my motor wagon car for e-models that is on the pile of things to do, but yeah, it's just on the pile.
Yeah, it's quite ironic that we spend a lot of our time telling people how to treat themselves when they have the mojo loss and things like that. We're not very good at doing it ourselves.
Well, the only thing you can do when you lose your mojo is step away.
Yeah.
There's no forcing through it or, pull yourself together and it will get better. There's no shortcuts. If you don't feel it, then you don't feel it. Just, I say, go and do something else, or do an easy, simple, quick kit. Or if you don't feel like kits at all, which is how we've been feeling basically, go and do something completely different. Play a computer game, or read a book, or write a book, or something completely unrelated to model making. Or I know some people watch sort of model programs on the subject that they're making. So if you're doing the Titanic, then you go away and watch Titanic, or an actual film about it, or
yeah, it's certainly a good idea. I just didn't have the interest at all to go and even, as I said, look at Facebook pages on modelling, things like that. And I think as well, because the weather's been so good and we've been away in the motorhome and things like that, it was just a different. My mind was set differently. So
yeah.
But yeah, I think now we've turned the corner and we're getting into spring and winter, and the good weather will be leaving us soon. I think it's more I think you'll be more inclined to come into the workshop rather than want to be outside.
Yeah, it's certainly turning, isn't it? Twisted Rail Hobbies, who is Eric, who's been around for a long time, but he's just started a channel. He's not got content until Wednesday, but he's starting on Wednesday. Says that he's waiting for me to drink out of the paint water cup. I've never yet done it. It is a specific paint water cup. It's not an actual drinking cup, so that probably helps. But yeah, I've never done that, so I don't think I will start. But you can keep watching by all means and find out if I do.
Quite. I've got to build this. I'll just move this bit out of the way over there a little bit. I've just got to build this little turret. Let's move you down a little bit, see if I can. There we go. That might be a bit better. Yep. I've also forgotten that Baneblade parts don't have numbers on them.
Some of them do, yeah.
So that one. That one. So all the kids are back at school now, I believe.
It seems to be, yeah. I think they went back last week, most of them. I saw a few hanging around outside at bus stops and things on my way into work at the end of the week. And yeah, they're all wearing masks, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a step in the way of returning to normality, whatever normality will be in the future.
Normal's a bit different to what it used to be, but it's getting there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I assume lots of people are back at work, and some offices are sort of reopening, at least limited. Obviously all shops and that are open again now as normal, pretty much.
Yeah, I did see that about offices and things, and they're now saying that, you know, working at home is great for everybody, it's cheap for companies, things like that, and, you know, that's probably the way that people will work in the future. But then I was listening to a news report on the way to work the other day and saying that it's actually probably going to be a bad thing, because there isn't the team spirit in the office anymore, or there's nobody to show the younger sort of apprentice or anything like that in the office.
It's also a lot of the case of that if you're not about in the office, then you're not about in the town, so you're not popping out to, you know, pick up your sandwich from the local sandwich shop, or you know, anything out and about. So it's definitely quieter in town at the moment than it used to be. So
I never thought of it that way. Right.
A lot of local businesses need more people to be out and about and come into them, because if there's not people travelling to work, then say your local newsagent is not getting people stopping in on their way in, and
won't be picking up your morning paper and things like that.
Oh, I didn't drop anything. Nothing to do with me. It wasn't me. Somebody else.
No, I haven't dropped anything. Let's just have a look back at the chat. Lynn says she's lost her mojo as well, so in cleaning that hobby room up.
Yeah. Speed says, hope you're enjoying the weather. It's starting to turn a little bit, but it's been a great summer this year. Well, yeah, the weather has been great this year most of the time, but you know.
Yeah, I just wonder if that bit's upside down. Yeah, the weather is turning. I don't know. Have you had the heating on yet?
No, not quite that bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Certainly here up north, we've had to have the heating on because it's got cold.
Beyond Hope says, been at home for 6 months. Working at home for 3 of them. Going into town is now a strange experience. Yes, it's different to how it used to be, but it's all right. You get used to it, and it's quite nice. I mean, now obviously you don't have to queue to go into shops and things like original lockdown, but it's definitely different to how it used to be. But it's still all right. Get out and explore a little bit.
Yeah, there was a bit of trepidation about people going out at first and things like that, and you know, they're too frightened to go out. But yeah, take it in stride. and get out there. It's different, unnerving at first, but once you're back into it, it just becomes a natural thing to do. Right.
Yeah.
This bit.
I wouldn't, go abroad on holiday or anything, but out and about is relatively safe now. I think it's not too much of a problem if you're, social distancing and masks and stuff.
Yeah, we went to York last week, the week before, and I think going on spontaneous holidays is a thing of the past now in this country, because everywhere that you want to go, if you want to go to an attraction or anything like that, you've got to book.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I think it's taking the spontaneity out of sort of travelling around. I think that bit's upside down.
Yeah, everything's different, but all right.
Twisted Rail Hobby says he's found he actually likes being at home.
Yeah, I think that's the case for a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people commute for a silly amount of time every day, and if you can do the work from home, then why wouldn't you, sort of thing. But
I think working from home, I'd be too tempted to Skype.
I mean, my work can't be done from home, so I don't have the option. But yes, I don't think I've got the right temperament to work from home. I would definitely not be working very much.
No, I'd just be finding something else to do. I'll just do this, and then I'll sort of type
easily
that
distracted.
Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people that are working from home and I won't say enjoying it, but getting on with it, shall we say? So yeah, and it's, I don't know. Is it better for the owners of businesses if people work from home? Do they have to pay less, or does they start later, or?
I think sometimes it's harder, certainly for the consumer, to be able to speak to somebody. Although most like the gas and electricity board these days, you don't phone people up now, do you? You just chat to them on a web chat.
BQ here says, if someone could invent a way to run broadband fibre from home, I'd love it. Yeah, some jobs can't be done from home. George is there, says working from home is great, especially the midday nap. Yeah, but you used to do that when you were at the office as well, George. So that's.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even get out of bed. I'd just stay in bed on the laptop. Yeah, put the telly on.
When you have to do the Zoom meetings, you just have to wear clothes on the top half of your body.
Yeah,
and make sure the camera doesn't pan down.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need to do. Yes. Look, make like a small turret now. I don't know where the guns are.
Speed's talking about going out on bikes. Lynn says, I don't think I could work from home. It would be very, very to deliver the drugs to the nursing units at the hospital. Very, very difficult, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I say some jobs aren't applicable for working from home, unfortunately.
Right, where were we? Need another bit now. Oh, tonight's dram of the week is Islay Storm.
Oh,
it's it's a whiskey from the Isle of Scotland.
Are you not using gin at all now?
I do have some gin in stock, but I find this a nice sort of. I think I've explained it before. I think whiskey is a nice whiskey to have to socialise with, just to gently drink and chat and things like that.
Because gin always used to be your go-to, wasn't it? That was.
Oh yeah,
you were known for it.
Yeah. Gin's still a nice drink, and I've still got. I've actually replenished the stock because I ran out. There was actually no gin in the house, but that's. I think gin and tonic is more of a quaffing type drink. You know, you can have get a big glass of it, a nice cool day, things like that. And particularly if you're in a group or at a party or something like that, gin's a bit more. But this, I think, gin is by the fireside and just talking about the old times and things, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't enjoy gin. I've tried it and not really liked it. So brandy's definitely always been my go-to beverage of choice.
This was one I bought at Skipton. If anybody ever goes to Skipton, there's a whiskey and gin specialist, just down by the canal. I can't remember the name of the place now, but it's easy to find, and he's got stacks. He's got endless supplies of whiskies, gins, ports, sherries, everything. A real proper wholesaler. Unfortunately, because of the current situation, you're unable to partake of tastings. But yeah, it's a place to go. That's where I got mine from. Right. Next bit.
Whiskey and bourbon here. If I want hard liquor, says Twisted Rail.
Ghost Rider said, "Give me Guinness anytime." He's happy. Guinness is a nice drink. I don't drink much of it. I have drank it in the past. It's not a drink I'd go out, but a Guinness is nice on a nice summer's day. Typically, a nice sunny, warm day, sat watching the cricket. That's what Guinness is for in my mind. Anyway.
Now there you go. I don't watch cricket.
Yeah. But I don't really myself. I just enjoy the Guinness. I never understood it.
Now, Paul at Clue to the Sprue and Team Inept watches cricket, enjoys cricket. I've never understood it myself.
Twisted Rail Hobbies is whiskey and bourbon. If you want a hard liquor. Yeah, it isn't bourbon the American version of whiskey? Is that right?
I don't know. There's something about whiskey if you spell it with an E or without an E. Something to do with it being.
I think if you spell it with an E, it's Irish.
I know there's some differentiation with it, but some of it's either Irish or Scottish or something, or I don't remember exactly what it is. But
yeah, I think whiskey without the E, it's Scottish or Scotch, and with it's Irish. So I believe. For a little turret, for building this little turret, it's certainly taking some concentration and making sure you get the parts the right way around.
Lynn says cherry Dr Pepper and regular Dr Pepper. Yeah, it's not quite the same.
No.
BQ's always been a vodka guy. Discovered the joys of dark rum in my middle years. Rum, yeah, I've had an occasional rum, which is all right, but it's
Spiced rum's quite nice. Yeah, it's quite a nice drink. Spice rum. Vodka. Vodka though, no, I've never been one for vodka. I think vodka's more usually mixed with something, isn't it? So it's just the flavour of what you mix it with, like Coke or lemonade or something like that.
I don't know. Vodka's not one that I ever really partaken of. Just get some more of this beat up around the edges, around the doorway, because I figure that's where the paint's really going to get scratched off, isn't it? Beyond Hopes is teetotal here. I actually don't like the taste of alcohol. Cider is my only like, and apples give me migraine attacks.
Try pear cider.
Yeah, I mean, basically the only time I drink anything is when I'm doing these streams. I don't normally have a drink every day or anything like that by any stretch. But figured it was a social thing while I'm, sitting here chatting to you lot. Then, I had a bottle of brandy. I thought, oh, I'll pull that out and use that. And then was obviously very kindly gifted one or two. So yeah. George says Red Bull. Lynn says Dr Pepper. I think they're arguing amongst themselves. I'm not sure. Welcome to Alcohol Anonymous, says Twisted Rail. Yep. Totally Scale Models is here. Hi, Steve.
Is there anybody new in chat? Is there anybody out there just sat watching? Come on, comment who hasn't seen us before, who's just come along or happened upon us.
Yeah, we've got apparently 33 people watching at the moment. I don't remember there being 33 different names in the chat. So, as you say, come along. Join the madhouse. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah. Yeah, we'd like to know how you actually did find us. Was it just by accident? Was it recommendation? Did you see a link?
I've looked through. I was looking actually earlier today through my YouTube statistics, and something like 70% of my normal views, not the live stream views, they're a bit different, but my normal YouTube views, something like 70% of them are people that are not subscribed to my channel. So why not subscribe? Go on, if you've watched a couple of my videos and like them, then if you subscribe, then you get notified as to where they all are. And of course, over at Skipper Scale Models channel as well. The link for that should be in the description, I think. If it isn't, it will be soon. But yeah, Ted's got obviously lots of videos around as well.
Yeah, it makes quite interesting reading when you sort of remember to look at the stats of YouTube, because it breaks it down quite a lot, doesn't it?
It really does. It's scary.
Yeah, it breaks it down into different countries, how many people in how many different countries have watched, and how many people in the Netherlands, how many people in America, and things like that. Then it breaks it down into age groups and males and females. Yeah. So if you have
the last month, 95% of my videos have been watched by people of the male persuasion. So come on, you girls, go and watch the videos a bit more. I know you're there, a couple of you anyway, but yeah, most of my views are from the US, obviously, and the UK, obviously, but they account for more than half of all views, those two countries. Then I think Germany was third on my list for some reason.
Yeah, so if you guys out there do have a YouTube channel, go along and check your stats. It also tells you when, it'll tell you as well when most people watch it, what time of day the people watch it. So if you want to target your audience, if you find that everybody's watching it for some reason at 5 o'clock in the morning, release a video at 5 o'clock in the morning so that most people are around to watch it. So yeah, that's how you get your hits and your scores and things like that. Right, I've got to find some bits on another sprue because
Lewis says I haven't got enough subs to show all of that, to know all of that. It's all there for everybody as far as I'm aware. Just have a look at the YouTube Studio Analytics page. Or there's a app available that tells you most of it as well. Apart from anything else, it's interesting. You not want to know who's watching your stuff.
I'm just trying to clamp this together, just to squeeze some of the plastic out, just to fill some of the gaps.
Nastro25 is here saying, I always watch but never really chat. Started watching Ted when he did the sub, and started watching Chris when he did the Africa Twin. God, that's going back a while, isn't it?
Well, I'll go good.
Was that when Ted started doing the sub, or when he finished doing the sub? Because they're very different time frames.
You've been around quite a bit there.
But welcome, yes. Join the chat. Join the crazy people. It says not enough demographic data to show this data. Oh right, I wasn't aware that there was a sort of requirement for a certain number of views or anything. I suppose it makes sense. You need a certain amount of data to be able to give you any data, really. Stick with it, you get more views and more views and more views, it will tell you. Check every week, and one week you'll surprise yourself by it being here and saying,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, yeah, because it sometimes pops up that congratulations, you've been viewed by this number of people this week, which is this number more than you viewed last week. And makes you feel good, makes you feel like you should go out and do another one.
Once they start telling you that you know, your subscriber numbers are down this month, and you can think, oh, why is that? Did I not release enough videos, or you know, what's been going on? Did I?
Yeah, what did you do wrong?
That?
But the thing is not to beat yourself up about it.
Oh no.
Just keep going and doing what you do, because somebody out there will like it. And
yeah, the worst thing you can do is basically not be yourself. If you have to put on an act to stream your channel or talk to people, then you've got to remember to do that each and every time, and that's just hard work. If you just be yourself, then you know, you don't have to work at it. And if people like it, people like it. If people don't like it, then other people will still like it. There's always somebody out there for everybody. Alright, so I'm almost finished with this Grey Knight Steel, which is a nice bluey grey colour. It just gives certain edge highlights, and I'm sorry, Sid, I've got to press the button because I am just slapping it on, so I've got to press the button and see what happens. I have broken it by pushing the button. What's that?
live,
It
you
says we're
can't
still
blame
live.
it.
Why do you never learn? I'm being told.
What did you do?
I pressed the slap it on button. There it is. It come back.
Right.
It wasn't my fault. It's Ted's fault. I pressed the Ted button, and the Ted button almost broke things. So yes, we won't worry about that. We're fine. We're all fine here. Thank you. Hello. I shouldn't have pressed the button when I knew it wasn't working as fully as it should. When it was giving me errors earlier on, I should have just stayed well enough away, but I didn't. But we're back. We're live. We're still here. Don't worry. Nothing to see here. When we're not live, I shall go back and figure out exactly what the problem is with it.
Yeah, because the internet's been silly this evening. It wouldn't let it would. Yeah, I should have been in charge tonight, but it wouldn't let us.
Yes, we spent some time this afternoon trying to set Ted up and get him ready to do the whole hosting thing, as you know, he's more than capable of doing. But apparently his computer wasn't capable of doing it. It just wouldn't let him do it. It's very strange.
Yeah.
So we'll
I think
come back and revisit that and find out why.
Yeah, I think I may need to upgrade from Windows 98. Perhaps that's
95's all right. You don't need anything more than that. It's fine.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. Don't push the buttons. Leave the buttons alone. Yeah, I won't push any more buttons until the end of the stream. As ever, we plan on being around for another half hour or so. That'd be an hour and a half ish from when we started.
I forgot what time. What time did we start?
We started at 8:30 or thereabouts.
Has an hour gone already?
It's an hour's gone already. Yeah, it's so you haven't streamed for a while and you forget how quickly it goes sometimes.
More whiskey.
I know everybody
And-
would expect us to stream all day and all night, but you know.
Yeah, we'll have to try and do that one day. We'll have to try and do a 24-hour streamathon.
You can do that on your own then, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll take the afternoon shift between 2 and 10, and then you and Fox can
Oh, I
fight it
thought
out.
you meant just you all the time.
Uh,
You could be like Jack Boyer in 27, 24. Just never go to the toilet and never sleep.
yeah, I'll do it provided that the viewers out there can send pizzas and things like that. Yeah, we'll post our postcode and address in the links, and then folks can send out pizzas.
Yeah, if you want us to stay on for another 10 minutes, send a pizza.
Yeah, if you want me to glue part A to part B, send a pizza.
Yeah, the first bit's free. The second bit you have to pay for with food. Right, the roller is obviously the big bit that's going to get really beaten up, so I'm going heavier with the sort of dry brushing to pick up all the rivets and the raised details, as well as bits here and there as well around the edges of the plates. So yeah, we'll see how it works. It's obviously going to get a layer of sort of dust and dirt and mud as well, and as well as some other colours of sort of chipping using the more normal sort of silvery steel colours.
Beyond Hope says the frame per second is now back to normal, but is anybody else watching in 144 resolution? An hour says B3.
I don't know. It should still be coming out in proper resolution. So don't know. Try again.
Yeah, is it proper Super Mario Nation tonight?
Twisted Rail says, are you still using DOS? No, DOS. No, you've got to use Windows, but Windows is fine. Yeah, Teak says it defaulted to 144, but I set it back to 1080 manually, and it's all fine. Yes, I noticed recently YouTube has been defaulting to lower bit rates, lower resolutions when I'm watching videos. I do have to manually upgrade it.
Is that because they try to cut down on the bandwidth because everybody's using it?
I think that is. I think they're sort of defaulting to lower because it's all being used. But it's still there. You can manually sort of upgrade it. But it's, yeah, if it looks a bit rough, it probably is a bit rough, but it's probably YouTube's fault. Wouldn't be my fault. We are still broadcasting in all of the P's.
Yeah, at least we're still in colour.
Yeah, still in colour, and yeah, occasional frame rates issues, but yeah. Nestro says he's building the Tamiya Toyota Gazoo and a 1/72 Armour Hobbies Hurricane. It's interesting.
A kazoo or a gazoo? TK's in. Hi, TK. I'd never noticed TK was in before, but yeah. It's because I'm forgetting to look at the chat every now and
Yeah. Oh, it's getting very hot.
now I've got to find another non-identifiable bit on here.
Nastro says, I don't think mine are good enough for YouTube. You never know. I mean, mine aren't good, but people watch them. So you always have a go. Put it up and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen?
What I don't get about YouTube is that we do our bit and people obviously like it and things like that, and we get a few people that subscribe. Yeah, don't forget, like and subscribe. The link's down here somewhere. People like and subscribe. Thank you very much for doing that. But then you go around YouTube and you find somebody that is shopping at Aldi. Today I'm shopping at Aldi, and they have something like 24,000 viewers. You know,
Yeah,
what's
I've never understood how. Basically, I try with my channels and viewers and things not to compare to anybody else because I know I'm going to be sad. When I started the channel, 3.5 years ago, I thought maybe I'd get 20 people watching regularly some of my videos, but yeah, it's astounded me the number of people that have come along and watched and followed and seen the channel grow and evolve. But yeah.
The way I look at it, I think we have a more select group of people that watch us. You know, the sort of people that we would like to watch.
Yeah. Sal's here saying, hi Chris, I'm glad you like the X-Wing pick. Is there anything you want to change? Let me know. It's lovely, thank you. I've just made some thumbnails for my next collection of X-Wing build videos, although I haven't got the parts yet. But when I get the parts, then they shall have the picture of me flying an X-Wing. It's their thumbnail. Thank you very much for it. It looks lovely.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just having a stretch out here because my hip is sort of giving me a bit of...
You don't need to know about you stretching your bits. That's fine.
Yeah. I'm stretching my hip. Ow, it hurts.
Right, well, I finished going over with that colour, and it all looks a little bit beaten up now, which is the idea. That was the plan. So bits of it are a bit worn and beaten up. It's nowhere near where it needs to be at the end, but that will do for that colour. The other one I'm going to be putting somewhat over what I've done already, but also other places as well. But I need to let that dry before I do that. So I'm pretty much finished with my building and painting for the evening now. So I'll just sit around and watch and read the chat and watch Ted put things together for now.
I might not be putting a bit too much more together because I can't find the bits.
Now we might have a shorter than normal stream as well tonight, which, seeing as there's been technical difficulties as well, doesn't really surprise me. Give me a chance to figure out why things are working. Jacqueline's off anyway. Got to catch up with everyone later in the week. Thank you for watching, Jacqueline. See you later. Of course, later in the week we have tomorrow. We've got eModels Monday. We had last week off because of bank holiday, but we're back again tomorrow.
Yes.
Don't know if Fox is going to be about yet, but at least two of us will be there.
Yeah.
Colin should be there as well.
Yeah, three at least. Colin will be around. I think did I not see Colin in chat earlier? Is he around?
I didn't notice him in chat earlier, but I haven't been paying much attention to the chat yet, so it's possible. He sometimes is around. He did his own stream earlier, early afternoon as well, so he's been around. He did oversleep before his stream today, but he woke up and came along and did it. Everyone's saying good night now, so yeah, that's that. So yes, on Wednesday I shall be doing my midweek makings. I've got something again slightly different planned for that because it's my birthday Wednesday as well. Did I mention?
Oh, is it? Oh,
I should send an email to eModels and get them to announce it on the show tomorrow night. But yes, so I'm doing something a little bit different on Wednesday. That'll be fun. Lynn's going to be there on Monday, and Colin isn't here, says Lynn. So you must imagine things, Ted.
Yeah.
Spur and Glue says Colin might be asleep tomorrow night. Yeah, this is quite possible. Yeah. Twisted Rouse is off for a nap and then work tonight, so have fun at work.
Found that bit. It was attached to.
You found your bit. What bit was it?
It was this. It's a little visor. I'll show you. I think I can show you. It's a little visor that goes on.
Oh right, yep, I remember the bit.
Window thing. Yeah, it was attached to another bit.
Yeah, I remember that bit. I've got that bit. It's attached. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's attached on mine. I can't remember now. But mine's built slightly differently to yours. I used a different gun arrangement. So.
Right. I'm just building this one out of the box.
Osric says, remember the giveaway on eModels, guys? Yes, indeed. We were giving away something. I can't remember what it was. It was ages ago. But I would say last time's e-models video, go and comment on it, and you are in with a chance to win whatever it is we're giving away.
Oh yeah, because we weren't here last week.
We weren't here last week because of bank holiday, so it's the time after show thing. So yes, by all means, comment on that, and that means we're giving away a mug, doesn't it?
Yeah,
if we gave away a thing last time.
Yeah, I hope to win a mug this week because the wife dropped mine.
You broke your mug.
I don't have a mug anymore.
Oh no!
So I think I'll have.
I'm not going to press the button that says an e-models mug, an e-models mug, an e-models mug, because you know what happens if I push a button.
That'll be just rubbing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I heard this crash from the kitchen.
I
went in the kitchen to see the e-models mug in bits across the floor.
I think it's Fox's turn for what's in store, but if he's not about, then that makes it your turn.
Oh, does it? Oh.
So
yeah,
so I don't know. You might have to be prepared to step in with that.
I think we could get Fox to send it by default. You could send it in.
Things what e-models have sold in the past. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's in the contract that he has to send one in, even if he's not here. I can't find which way round this goes.
Where's Fox? He's got some other things going on at the moment, so he might be about. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not saying he's not going to be there, but he didn't do his stream today because of other things. So there's a chance that he might not be about with us tomorrow night. But we'll find out tomorrow night, basically.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, watch this space. Keep watching for updates. Right, that looks like that
goes on there. It only goes one way round. Make sure you get it the right way round, Ted.
Yes, I think I've got it. I think by George, I think I've got it. Just fell in. Yeah. Let's get it glued before I lose it, because I feel it under tension, under my nail. It'll ping off any moment. Yes.
Lynn's telling me not to push the buttons again. No, I won't. I learnt my lesson. I didn't expect it to not work, but yeah, it didn't work, so I won't press them anymore. That's all right. I'll remember. I'm almost out of brandy, so it must be nearly the end. So what's happening in the chat? Let's have a look. Saw and Glue says, "Pimp bitch if I may. This Wednesday after Chris's show is the Wednesday late crash at 9 p.m. Indeed, and that's the one that is being launched on Twisted Rails Hobbies. They're launching his channel with the live stream of Spur and Glue, Twisted Rail, and Dexterous Crafter, and that doing their stream at 9 p.m. on Wednesday. It's just a sort of hanging around chatting stream. So yes, pimping is always good. So yeah, you're more than welcome to tell people about that.
Yeah, I'll be again looking for a time to get on with the Universal Carrier, because I want to get it finished. I want to get onto the weathering bit, because I had promised the last time. I do remember that I promised last time on the Universal Carrier that I was going to show people, the viewers, how to paint people. I was going to paint some of the crew.
So oh right, yeah. And then you went away for a while.
And then then I didn't. But yeah, I can't get this bit out.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to figure out as well who's on next week, because as we haven't been around for a while, I've completely lost track as to who it might be or should be. But we'll figure that out before we come back.
Yeah,
or figure that out for next week, shall we say? So
things just got a bit more difficult once I started back at work. So I think what I'll do with this, I could just leave that open a little bit.
Yeah, it's tricky, and nobody knows what's going on, and things change, and life comes around full circle at you. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble before I open my glue. There we go, sorted. No trouble for me. I'm just going to glue these guys in because I figured I can. I might as well. Any more updates and paintings on them I can do while they're in place?
Yeah.
I think I need to weather the guns a little bit.
There's a little visor that goes down here. I'm going to leave it open a little bit just for artistic impression. Yeah, just leave it. That's slits in it now. I've got a fly around.
Have you got it wrong? What?
Oh, sorry. No, there's a little fly in here now. I need a big spider. Kill it.
And that's saying that Lewis's live stream is now being streamed at 4 PM due to the kids having finished school.
Mm-hmm.
That was earlier than that, wasn't it? But school holidays and stuff get in the way of everything, don't they?
Well, it was an extended school holiday. It was like 6 months, wasn't it?
It has been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. So the kids are at school, so that's because when they're finishing school for the day, not finishing school completely.
Yeah, I know at work, obviously where I work, it's sort of a tourist attraction. And came Monday, Tuesday even, it was just like somebody had turned off a tap.
Yeah.
The place was empty, just nobody around. Just all came, it was just back to the locals, coming down for a coffee and things like that, the cafe.
It really makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I would say it made a difference with traffic, but it doesn't at the moment. Traffic's been lovely for the past 6 months, but for the past 3 months where I've been actually driving to work. So yeah, I'm not going to glue the little guy on yet. I'll leave him for the end. But there we go. I'll glue the top on at some point, but not quite yet. But at the moment, that's getting there. I'm happy with the progress made. It's a bit beaten up, but there's more beaten up to do next time. Whenever it may be, if it's next week or the week after, or around there somewhere.
I think, next I've got to do some bits. I've built that little turret there. I've got some bits to glue onto the main turret itself, but I think I'll leave that because we're getting a bit near the end.
Yep.
And I'll leave that until next time.
Always leaving wanting more.
Yes. Leave something for everybody to watch until next time.
Absolutely. Right. Shall we call it there then?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I think so, because I've run out of really things to do for tonight.
Don't want to start anything too big and adventurous for the next time. So
yeah. Well, hopefully we won't leave it as long till next time. So
no, I should think one of us will be here next week, but we'll argue amongst ourselves. We'll play like scissors, paper, stone or something and figure out who's going to be on next week. If it's me, it'll be 8 o'clock. If it's Ted, it'll be 9 o'clock generally. So
well, I might actually move it. See how the timing is, but keep an eye out. And there'll be an update somewhere.
Yeah, as ever, like and subscribe, and keep an eye on the social media groups and stuff because we always post up when we're going to be around. So I shall be around at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. E-models tomorrow night, of course, obviously. And then Thursday's the normal evening where I'll just be hanging around and chatting with anyone that turns up from the gang. And other than that, next week one of us probably here at some point.
Yeah, we'll work it out who. Yeah, but it's been good. It's been good to get back and do a little bit, and it's nice to come back to the bench.
It has been too long before I picked up a paintbrush and started doing things. So yes, we won't leave it so long next time, obviously. So so thank you all for coming along and watching. It's been fun. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If you're not, then we'll be doing something else some point in the future. So come back sometime and you might find something else that you like. We'll see you all next time. Everyone's saying goodbye, so that's definitely the time to go.
Yeah. Yeah, go. Yeah, I think I'll go and top my glass up and get some more.
Yeah, you've got to finish your drink though, Ted. Go on, down it. Go on.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, you can't rush a nice malt like that.
Right. Good night, all. Thank you for watching. I'm not going to switch back to the me cam because it will be pressing buttons and things might break. So I'll just wave from down here. So we'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
And,
thanks
good
a lot.
night.
Bye. Bye.